This is a 30-second test that you can do in just about any used car that you're test driving to help reveal potential front-end problems that could cost you money before you buy. We're going to use my Volkswagen Alltrack here as an example, but you can do this same test in just about any used car that you might be considering. So let me put some footage up here. We'll take a look at the front end of a couple of different vehicles. And what I'm trying to show you here is that the vehicle's front end is a complicated assembly of components that include tie rods, struts, strut mounts, bushings, control arms, ball joints, steering knuckles, and plenty more. Now, each of these components plays a role in allowing the front wheels to smoothly travel up and down over bumps in the road, and also to turn and steer. Now, over time, these components will wear down and require servicing or attention. The rate at which that happens depends on a multitude of factors: what you drive, how you drive, and where you drive. But the point is, if the vehicle that you're considering needs any attention to one or more of those front-end components, you're at an increased risk of potentially expensive repairs. Front-end problems can also decrease fuel economy, accelerate suspension and tire wear, and make your steering and handling feel sloppy. So before you buy, you'll want to make sure that the front end of the vehicle you're considering isn't concealing one or more problems. For a better ownership experience, and here's what you can do in just 30 seconds from right here in the driver's seat. So we'll start by quieting the cabin, turn off the stereo, turn off the climate control fan, make it as quiet in here as you possibly can. And now while you're parked here in a quiet cabin on level ground with the engine running, we're going to take the steering wheel and we're just going to wiggle it back and forth. You can start doing that a little bit like this. Make bigger wiggles, rotations this way. The idea is to sort of do a quick back and forth motion and to use a little bit of motion and then some more and then some more, sort of expanding how much you're turning the wheel all the way from one side to the other. Big movements, and then make them smaller. A little bit like this, and now even smaller like this, just a little bit. Hear that? What you're listening for here is primarily a popping, snapping, or maybe even a grinding sound. And if you listen closely when I'm doing just the little sort of back and forth wobbles here, listen. You can hear that little bit of a knock. So I'm going to take this microphone off and actually put it down near my feet so that you can hear the sound a little better. And as you're doing this, as you're making these little wiggles back and forth with the steering wheel, the sound that you're listening for is likely coming from the area near your feet. So I'll put the mic down there and see if you can hear this a little bit better. Sounds like that could be a problem with your power steering column, your power steering rack mounts or bushings, ball joints, tie rod ends, or a multitude of other things. So take any clunking, popping, scraping, or grinding sensations that you hear in this test as a strong signal to have the front end of the vehicle that you're considering checked out by a professional technician before you buy it. It could save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the cause. So a quick and simple test, an easy way to coax potential warning signs from the front end of the vehicle that you're considering, and a potential way to save you money and headaches. My name's Justin Pritchard for Driving.ca. Hit that like button down below if you learned something new. And until next time, take care and drive safe.